Within these halls walks a group of over 40 educators that come to work every day to make a difference in our students' lives. Let's hear from some of them.
Hi, I'm Tammy Whitehead, and I'm the PE teacher here, or one of the PE teachers here. And the reason that I became a PE teacher is because I wanted to be one of the reasons that the kids enjoy coming to school. I want them to love PE, and I want them to enjoy exercise, and I want to make it perfect for them.
I'm Greg Peel, and I teach PE here at school and also coach and athletic director. The main reason I got into teaching and coaching is when I was in middle school especially, I looked up to my male teachers that coached the teams and all that kind of stuff. I even wrote a letter to one of my former coaches in middle school, my football coach, and got into teaching because of him, and I told him that in a letter. So, you know, when I was in my mid-20s, I decided to pursue teaching, and I looked back on my childhood, and it was just those positive role models that I looked up to, and I wanted to kind of become like those guys. So that's the main reason I got into it, and I've been doing it 20 years.
Hi, I'm Sherry Sima, and I want to tell you today about why I teach. For me, teaching was not a choice, it was a calling. I actually was sitting in church one day and felt like I heard the voice of God telling me to teach. I went back to North Carolina State University and spoke to them about getting my education degree, and they literally grabbed me and pulled me in and signed me up on the spot. I continue to teach because I have a huge love for all of my students. Once they're in my class, they are mine for life. I still have students who come back and visit me, and those are the ones that I teach for, the ones that I made an impression on, who care enough to come back and let me know so.
Hi, my name's Cindy Hewitt, and I teach business education courses here at Southwest Middle School. And one of the reasons why I began teaching was because of the positive influence of some of my teachers and professors in school. And the moments that I live for teaching are the ones where the students say, "Oh, now I get it. That's worth it all." And then a student that I'm most proud of would be one who stepped up last year, who was in 7th grade, was very afraid to make a presentation, but in the end she was proud of herself after much encouragement, and she did a great job.
Hey, I'm Jennifer Bowden, and I teach visual arts here at Southwest Middle School. The reason why I became a teacher is because I love kids. I love art. I love my job. Everything that I do just consumes me when I'm here with my students. And I have no idea what else is going on besides what I do with my students. One of my fondest memories is a student that I had many, many years ago who was kind of a rough student and didn't get along with a lot of the other teachers. And for whatever reason, he took to me. And whenever he would get in trouble, he would be more worried about what I thought of him than anyone else, not even his mother or a teacher or a principal or anything. He would break down in tears worrying about what I was going to say. And he always wanted to come to me first to tell me how he screwed up before he wanted to tell anyone else. And I think that really touched me because I felt like I was important to him. I was someone that he looked up to, and I still see him every now and again out in town, and he always runs up and gives me a big hug and tells me how much he misses me and what he's up to. And he's grown up, and he has a family, and he's working, and he's successful. So he went from a troubled middle school kid that couldn't seem to find the right place to finding something with me and going on to bigger and better things.
I always thought that I wanted to be a teacher, going back to before I even started school. Whenever I would play teacher with my dolls, and then I would teach my neighbor as I got older. I would teach him and tutor him. And then as I continued on, I just always knew that I wanted to be an educator, and each educator along the way supported me and gave me tools of what I wanted to be and what I didn't want to be. And then I came to Southwest Middle School right out of college, and I was actually a K-6 teacher, but as soon as I did my intro in middle school, I knew that I loved middle schoolers and that this was my calling. So here I am in 6th grade, and I get the students straight out of elementary school when they are eager and interested, and I can mold them and shape them, and we learn new things every day. So every day I come to work, there's something new that's going to happen. No 2 days are ever the same.
Hi, my name's Joseph Skladnowski. I'm 7th grade language arts teacher here at Southwest Middle School. I became a teacher because I was inspired by my high school teacher, Mr. Klein. He taught social studies, and he had a passion that was just indescribable. He taught us differently and taught us in a way that made us passionate about his subject. Part of a teacher's goal should be to educate the students on their subject, language arts, math, science, whatever it may be. But it should also be to make them as passionate about that subject as the teacher is. And so he did that really well, and it inspired me to become a teacher.
I'm Megan Hamby, and I became a teacher because when I was growing up, I had dyslexia and I struggled throughout school. And I had teachers that guided me through school each year, and that's what I want to do for children these days. I want to help the students learn and realize that they can learn on their own once they finally understand it their way. And I just love the look on their face when they finally do understand something.
I became a teacher because from the time that I was in 1st, 2nd grade, I knew I wanted to be a teacher. My mom used to let us write on the back of our closet doors with chalk, and I'd have all my little girlfriends over and we'd start teaching lessons. So from 1st and 2nd grade, I knew that's what I wanted to do. I continue to teach because these kids need a role model. They need somebody that's going to hold them to a higher standard than they're holding themselves nowadays. And with everything coming as easy as it comes, technology, internet, I still want them to be thinkers for themselves and be able to do for themselves. And that's why I stay in education.
Hi, I'm Joseph Walker. I'm the orchestra director at Southwest Middle School and Southwest High School. And I come to work every day and teach orchestra because I live for those moments that we see joy on students' faces. And I am so inspired by my students when they learn a new skill, that they've mastered something they couldn't do before, when we get a superior at a competition, if they fail a playing quiz but tried their hardest and still learned. That's what does it for me.
In all the many years that I've been teaching, I have touched the lives of a lot of students. I can only hope that in some way, that by giving them a safe place to take risk and to fail and to get up again, and by setting that bar just beyond their reach and watching them reach it, that I have been able to influence these kids to become the adults that they are today. I see students that I've taught, and they are out there and they are making a big difference in this world. And I can only hope that some way I had a small part in that.
Hi, my name is Audrey Samuel, and I am a 7th grade resource teacher. And I teach students because I love to see the passion in their eyes. A lot of people think that kids don't care anymore, but kids really do care about learning. And I want to be one of those people that makes an impact in their lives to facilitate that learning and that love for life. And to parents, I would say that we as teachers do this because we take these kids as our own every day, and we love them, we care for them, we want to instill values in their lives and see them become productive citizens. So it's not for a paycheck, definitely, that we teach.
Hi, I'm Daylin Moore, and I'm the 7th grade language arts and social studies teacher at Southwest Middle School. One of the main reasons that I teach is for the kids. There's always something new that they can learn, and it's really incredible how much they actually teach me in turn. I really enjoy this position and this job because I think middle schoolers are so new to so much that they really show me that when they learn, it means something, and I think that that is what I treasure when I come into work every single day.
My name is Lisa Brown. I teach 7th grade science at Southwest Middle School. The reason I teach is to reach students that were like myself in school. I was that student who never thought needed their education. I was extremely bored in school, not like a lot of the teachers that I work with. Probably these teachers that I know of used to be on the principal's list, honor roll kids. That was not me. In fact, if you were to meet students or people that I went to school with, they would probably look a little shocked that Lisa Lear is a teacher. But on through middle school and through high school, I was just making some really bad choices. I was not the student that teachers wanted to have, really, because of my choices. Along the way, I made some choices that kind of academically were not ideal, certainly not what you would want for your child. But looking back and remembering the brick wall that I hit without having my education, I realized I'm not getting anywhere else without it. I realized that key thing out of poverty is education. So when I finally decided to get back to school, I decided I wanted to become a teacher. And I thought to myself, at what point did you decide that education was not important to you? And I can remember it was 8th grade, Northwoods Park Middle School. I just felt like it wasn't important, and just it went downhill from there through high school. Didn't make the best choices. So my desire is to reach students that are like me. At this age, they do start thinking, I don't need my education. And if somebody doesn't step in to help them, to steer them away from that, they go downhill as they get through high school. So my desire is to help students with the mindset that I had in middle school and through high school, to help them realize that they don't have to settle for their circumstances, that they can make a difference and they can make changes within their life and be successful adults. That's why I teach.
Hi, I'm Corey Swan, and I'm a first-year teacher. I chose to go into teaching because I really know how much of a difference a teacher can make in the lives of students. It's a very important process that kids be brought up the way that I was brought up in the school system, and I realized that because of my teachers, I was successful, and I want to portray that same success onto them. I moved to North Carolina from Ohio because I really wanted to find out what the environment was like down here, and I found it to be a very nurturing place, and Onslow County in particular has been one of the greater choices I've ever made. And I really just want to make a difference in the kids' lives. This is why I went into this profession, and I'm really excited for the opportunity.
We're the 8th grade teachers of Southwest Middle School. We are here to inspire and create opportunities for success for all our students. We rock!
Hi, my name is Philip Hollinger. I'm the new 6th grade math and science teacher here at Southwest Middle. If you had told me when I was in high school that I would grow up to be a teacher, I would have laughed at you. There was no way that that was ever going to happen. The thing that I wake up to in the morning, what brings me to work, is seeing the students, those personal relationships that I develop, and seeing them progress throughout the school year, seeing where they started out at the start of the school year and where they end up by the time I'm done, and just having that direct influence and connection with my students. I really, really enjoy that and look forward to it every day. And really, if it wasn't for that, I don't think I could get through teaching the job, because if it wasn't for those relationships with the students, there would just be no real drive behind the work. It wouldn't have the purpose that it gives me.
Hi, my name's Brenda Birdie, and I've had several teachers and coaches that have influenced me over the years. I actually started out in college in business accounting, and my roommate started in education, and after our freshman year, we decided to switch majors, and I've loved it ever since. I've had an opportunity to also teach 3rd graders to 9th graders in schools and McKeever Environmental Education Center in Pennsylvania. And I just think it's great when you see students that are curious and wonder about things and are motivated to learn. And when that light bulb goes off, it's an exciting moment for me as well.
Hello, my name is Steve Clark, and I am truly blessed to be the principal at Southwest Middle School. I wanted to share with you why I'm in education. When I was 5 years old, riding the bus home from school one day, I lived down a lane called Chase Lane, and everybody that lived down that lane knew each other. And as we were pulling up to the lane one day, there was an ambulance coming out from the lane, and everybody was kind of worried and terrified that it was somebody that they knew that was being transported to the hospital. As I was making my way down to my home, one of my neighbors pulled me to the side and brought me in their house. And little did I know when I woke up for school that day and left that I would not see my mother alive again. She passed away when I was 5 years old. And from that point on, I was really scared to go to school. I didn't want to ride that bus home and I was just fearful of what might be happening next in my life. But through the impact of my teachers and my coaches and their desire for me to be a better person, they truly cared for me. And through their impact, I was able to get back into school and be a good student and be a better person, most importantly. Through the support of my family, the grace of God, and the influence of my teachers and coaches, I'm in education because I want to have that same impact on young people's lives. How do I do that? I do that by smiling. Smiling is free. I do that by listening. I do that by supporting, understanding, and caring about each and every person that steps on our campus and pushing them to do better in school, but also to be better just in general, and continuing to learn each and every day. I am an educator, and I'm proud of it.